What's up guys, Sketchy here coming at you with the 14th episode of Sketchy Unscripted. Today's episode will be part of a little mini-series I plan to do called Road to the Siege. Since Siege of the Crystal Empire is a 4-parter that I won't be reviewing until the end of the year, I'm going to be using this little mini-series to give my first impressions on both the preview pages of each issue and my first impressions on each issue as they come out. My intention is to keep my thoughts as brief as I possibly can. I don't want to talk about everything. So to kickstart this little mini-series, we're going to start with the preview pages for part 1. In this preview, the main villain goes and recruits Flim and Flam as well as Iron Will. Now I'm going to admit that I'm glad that this villain is recruiting secondary antagonists. I think that the main antagonists like Chrysalis and T-Rex and Nightmare Moon, I feel as though they need arcs to themselves. I don't think that it would be a good utilization of their characters if they were just sidekicks to a main villain. Because I think that some of these villains, especially Chrysalis, are more than that. I know I've been hearing things and statements that she's going to be in this comic, and I'm still doubtful and I'm still hoping that she isn't for the reason that I just stated. Now, with regards to Iron Will, I have said before that I don't really like the misconception that Iron Will is a villain. However, based on this preview, he doesn't seem to be put into a villainous light. He seems to just be someone that's about to get taken advantage of by the real villain. But what's really funny is the comments that I'm finding on EQD, like, why is IGW always portraying Iron Will as a villain? I can already tell this arc is gonna suck. What I find funny about this is that the only other time Iron Will's been a prominent presence in the comics is in Friends Forever number 10, and in that issue he was a concerned father that wanted to be a good influence on his son. So, yeah. Now what's really getting me about this villain is that even though the synopsis says that the villain is male, based on the few parts of the villain's body that we see, it's gotta be Radiant Hope. I think they're trying to mislead us, honestly. I'm still holding on to that hope. Oh, god damn it, I walked right into that pun. But yeah, I still have that sneaking suspicion that yes, this is Radiant Hope. I'm assuming that there's going to be one side villain for each member of the main 6. So for Applejack, it's Flim and Flam. For Fluttershy, it's Iron Will. And there's like a little piece of page 4 at the very end. And there is a mention of Rainbow Dash in the chopped text, and there's like a little picture of Rainbow Dash in one of the backgrounds. So I'd have to assume it would be Lightning Dust. Now, if this indeed were a trend to have a B antagonist for every main 6 member, then I suppose that Suri Polo Mare would be for Rarity, and for Pinkie Pie, I'm honestly not sure. For Twilight, I highly doubt that it's going to be Trixie because she has had her redemption episode, and she has been seen doing well for herself in the earlier issues of the comics, so I guess it could be Chrysalis, but again, I'm really hoping that it isn't. I'd much rather have her in a story where she's the main threat and not a side villain. I mean, for her to be on the same level as the Flim Flam brothers, Iron Will, and possibly Lightning Dust and Suri Polo Mare, that's kinda insulting. So there we have it, the preview for Siege of the Crystal Empire Part 1. When the extended preview comes out, I may or may not talk about it depending on how much content is actually there, but until then, let me know what you guys thought of this episode of Sketchy Unscripted, and tell me what you think of this Road to the Siege miniseries. Do you want to see me cover more of the previews? All thoughts down below. Hopefully future installments will be shorter than this. Until next time, keep it sketchy folks.